Wow.
Are you okay?
Just watching that actually is giving me shivers. Reliving the experience, the memory. Wow, that was a good one, you know.
Definitely had fun, right? Going into that. What was it called again?
It's Hauntu, and you know, rather than be watching a horror film, you know, you would rather be in it because that's what it was like going through Hauntu. It was really like being in a horror film.
No money in the world can actually bring me to those kind of places now.
Oh no?
I'm fine with where I am.
I'm definitely gonna drag you down there sometimes, Mio.
We'll see. We'll see. So now, what's happening right now?
Well, you know, we've been talking about horror films, and I'm thinking about superhero films.
All right, that's a big jump.
Not exactly. It's not exactly what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about something else that is super also. Superfood.
Superfood.
Yes, it is not a group of mighty vegetables. I don't think so. But it is something else. Let's talk to the expert. We're going to be speaking to Mr. Perry TV2, who is a superfood expert and also the president of Oriental Ichawi Sdn Bhd.
Hi, welcome to the show, Perry.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
All right, age-old question. Superfood. I can't say properly actually. I can't say superfood. It has to be like superfood.
Yes.
What is that all about? Superfood.
Yeah,
if
basically superfood is a kind of food also. The only difference is that the foods contain high nutritional value, such as like high in antioxidants, high in fibers, high in phytonutrients, and without further chemical process, we can take directly from raw fruit that contain high nutritional value. So I think nowadays a lot of people they take a lot of those unhealthy food. So if they can try to get or take more of those superfoods, it will help to balance the healthy and unhealthy behavior of taking foods. So this is a trend for nowadays.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, the benefits are pretty much obvious now. They all contain high nutrients. But how do you distinguish between superfood and other
ordinary food?
Which contain very high nutrients also.
For ordinary foods, they are going through like cooking with high salt, high sugar, and maybe high chemicals processed ingredients. So for superfoods, they are taking without any chemical process or without adding in extra sugars or any extra salt. Because when we take high salt, it tends to make our body become high blood pressures. So superfood is a kind of food that without process, but yet it can take in raw form.
You can also consume it in raw form.
Yeah.
All right.
Is there any difference between superfood and organic food?
Yes, almost the same. Yeah, almost the same. Only thing is nowadays when we talk about organic foods, it's not easy to get pure 100% organic foods. So this is how superfood, the new terms coming out on the trends.
Nice.
Okay, it is very interesting because when you talk about superfood, the thing that comes to mind is that these food would make you super.
Yes.
I mean that's the simplest way to tell it. Because again, when you talk about superfoods, you're talking about like you mentioned a lot of food that has high nutrients and everything.
Yes.
So what kind of foods are classified as superfoods?
Yeah, such as like for vegetables, we have tomatoes. We have spinach.
Spinach.
Yeah, we have tomato. Even tomatoes also considered as a kind of superfood also, but without high heat. When you take in raw form, it contains high nutritional value. When you cook above 100 degrees Celsius, all those nutritional value might be getting oxidized. That's not useful to the bodies. Like for fruit type, you can take, for instance, like berries, but it contain a lot of phytonutrients. Then for even like those plants that contains high essential fatty acid like chia seed, it contains high value of omega, so that's good for our blood circulations. So the only condition is that those high nutritional foods don't go for high heat. Yes.
Would you, because I like to eat my strawberries. But the problem is I like to eat them with sugar. Would you say that would diminish the nutrient in it?
Strawberries contains a lot of phytonutrients. But on the other hand, when you eat with sugars, sugar will be something that to make your body getting weaker. So on one hand, you bring benefit to your body. On the other hand, right, you try to destroy your body.
So in summary, it is a bad practice.
It's confusing.
Yeah.
It is a bad practice.
Yeah.
Not do that, ladies and gentlemen. Do not follow what I do.
Yes.
I'm
There
sorry.
you go. But when you talk again about superfoods and everything, obviously the greatness and the importance of having or the intake of superfoods. How do you educate this and explain this to the children?
Yes.
How do you promote this to them?
Yeah, we organize a lot of those seminar or talks on nutritional classes. So most of the time, parents will be attending because parents they take care of their kids also.
Yes.
So the problem is right nowadays, a lot of those parents or those working peoples, they have lack of those knowledge on how to take balanced diet. So what we do is we try to organize a lot of those classes to deliver a kind of message. The message is like this. We tend to live in a hectic societies, and sometimes we work very hard. So we hope that we can enjoy good food, tasty food. But most of those tasty food, right, they might not be healthy.
Sure.
So
No, the tastiest are never healthy.
yes, correct. So in order to continue to enjoy good or tasty food that are not that healthy, we sometimes we need to take some healthy food that is not tasty to balance up. This is what we
Healthy
are,
food that is not-
delivering the message to the
That's
society.
the difficult thing actually.
Yeah.
Imagine trying
Yeah.
to persuade somebody, even a young kid, come have this broccoli
Yes,
or Brussels
yes,
sprouts and
yes,
everything.
yes, yes.
More often or not, kids are going to go like, ew. You know? Like, what about you? Your intake as a child of the superfood and everything,
Oh, definitely was bad because I only started eating vegetables only a few years ago.
and hence why you're at your level of no, that's not
Probably, I think that would be a good explanation for it. But I think recently, I think superfood, consuming superfood, is becoming a trend.
Trend.
How did it become so popular, Mr.
Yeah. People tend to be more health conscious.
Yep.
And then those online medias, they are more easier to get different kinds of those healthy tips, healthy knowledge and practice also. So I think when time's going on, health is something that is very important, especially for the country, especially for the kids. Say nowadays, a lot of kids, right, they like to take a lot of those food or drinks that contain high trans fat. Trans fat is very dangerous. It's very tasty, but when it goes into the body, right, it takes very long time to dissolve it, to get it out of the bodies. So that's why I think parents or even all folks of people, right, they start to aware of the importance of the health conscious also. So that's why this is how superfood is getting trendy nowadays.
okay.
I wonder, Mr. Perry, is there any superfood that is considered a favorite amongst the locals here in Malaysia?
Say for instance, even our palm oil, cooking oil for palm oil, is a superfood also. When you talk about cooking, right, you cannot use, for instance, most of people, those health conscious people, right, they tend to like using olive oil to do cooking. But when you say cooking, those when the temperature go above 100 degrees Celsius, right, or even reach above 200 degrees Celsius, right, palm oil would be the best choice amongst all the other oils. Because it contains high level of saturated fatty acid. So when it reach high level of temperatures, right, the saturated fatty acid is more stable compared to other oils also. So palm oil is actually one kind of superfood also. And then when we say, if you say like those oil that without heat one, right, for raw consumption one, you can take chia seed or flax seed or even sacha inchi oil, all these things also. So different things, right, will be catered for different needs.
Different needs. Yeah, funny enough, when you mention all the types of seeds that you have, your chia seeds and even your almond milk and everything, all these kind of things. Problem with that is the myth goes saying that all of these types of superfoods, or organic food for that matter, are very expensive and not easy to find. Your comments on that?
Yeah, basically it's not expensive anymore for nowadays and not difficult to find also. When you go to organic shop or even those big supermarkets, they have a special corner also. So basically it's quite easy to source it, not expensive. Only thing is, right, not that tasty. Price is not a concern anymore. Not that tasty only, because healthy food normally not tasty.
So how do you make it tasty then?
you have no way. You have to tolerate it.
Yeah, I remember saying that says anything that is bitter would be better for your health. Which is, I think it's good. I agree with that. As opposed to ice cream being very sweet.
Ice cream's nice though.
Not very good for your health.
Any superfood ice cream out there that we can find?
Yeah, you can use it by using yogurt to do it. Healthier.
Yes, it's about the change. It's about substituting and replacing certain ingredients. Only the other day, I've had the chance to test an ice cream which was made out of fresh fruits and low-fat milk. I want to be cautious as well. I want to look good. I would like it. It was awesome, to be honest. We PM later.
Mr. Perry. Another thing, I wonder, obviously superfood is good for your health, but are there any risks of eating superfood?
Yeah, sure. Basically, superfood doesn't have any risk on health conscious because superfood are low in pesticide, are low in herbicide, and most of the time they are GMO free. This is a key point also. The only thing is, basically no risk we could say. The only thing is not that tasty. So we need to change our habit on
That's the only risk.
That's the only way. The only risk.
It's the lifestyle. That's the most difficult thing for a person or even a society to go through and change it. But again, I mean, with the awareness and the trends and people are talking about it, there's definitely a lot of changes right now, and people are adhering and becoming more well-informed, right? How was it 10 years ago?
10 years ago, I don't think there is such thing superfood.
So this is quite new then?
Yeah, quite new. For the past 1 or 2, 3 years only. So we will categorize our food into a few categories. When a food is food, right, we call food. And then when you go one more level higher, right, those without chemical process, we call superfood. And then when those superfoods, right, you try to do extractions into capsules, right, we call it supplements. And then we go into drugs level. So basically, we are between food and supplement at the medium.
Okay, so that's where superfood stands.
Yes.
Yeah, interesting enough because like from what I've gathered as well, like researching a bit online, superfood, they also come in different types of form, not actual food forms, but in a sense of in a form of like gels or all those sorts of things. Can that be considered as superfood as well, or what are those called then?
Once you try to add in some complementary or extra things that not belong to the natural one, right? Then it's not considered superfood.
Cannot really.
Cannot. It has to be raw, come from the naturals without any special process.
Should there be any specific group? I mean, a group of people that might be best to eat superfood.
All people's. Everyone is welcome to take it. Yes.
I'm sorry again.
I'm definitely gonna have some superfood when I go home.
What's the best to increase height?
Sorry, increase height. Long bean, or coconut, or tree.
So you to get the fruit, there you go.
Coconut and long bean.
But coming back to superfood again, as fun as it sounds, right, to call it superfood, and you mentioned yourself, it's easily accessible now. So what's the challenge right now on telling people how important or how great the benefits of having superfood is?
What we need to do is we have to give giving message to the market or to the society. The level of acceptance of superfoods is very high now. So once you mention, normally 8 out of 10 people they will accept it. Only thing is how many days or how long they can practice on it.
Again, it's all about what's healthy for you, even though it may not be, it may not taste that good, right?
I think ultimately we would want superfood to be part of our long-term diet. Because we are gonna reap the benefit.
And we do want to live long on this God's earth anyway, right? So we need to take care of our bodies as much as possible, whatever that we take. That's very important. Cool. Maybe last bit that maybe we can ask you for superfoods. How much in your diet should you actually put in? Because you know that a lot of nutritionists advise you to have the quarter, half, that kind of thing. So superfood, can that quantify as your half in your dish?
I would say like this. I try to practice 40-60. 40% superfood, 60% still unhealthy food. Because it's not easy to practice very good diets and habits also. So when you start from 20-80 or 30-70 or 40-60, right, then people tend to be more acceptable. If you say you have to take superfood 100%, right? Sorry.
Definitely.
Sorry. Impossible. Yeah.
Did you notice any change physically or mentally within you? You change your diet?
You feel not easy to diet. This is one thing. And then during the night time, right, your sleeping condition is better. The quality is better. And not easy to fall sick also. Like the now we have very bad air around our country also.
Unfortunately, yes.
Yeah. So our upper respiratory systems are getting stronger. So that's why what we say is, if you can have a good habits of taking more and more superfoods, right, then you will have the chance to take medicines lesser. Yes. This is about the balance.
Less trips to the doctor.
It's better to avoid than to treat, isn't it? Yeah. It's all about living that healthy lifestyle, making sure that you take in whatever that is good for you inside. And of course, don't forget to exercise.
Right? That's very important.
All right.
Mr. Perry, did this movement of consuming superfood, did it originate in Malaysia or some other country?
I think originate from Western countries. Western countries. They are quite health conscious on this part also.
All right. Cool. Thank you so much, Perry, for coming down, our superfood expert. Talking about the superfood. I can't stop saying it like that. It's always, so right now we have to make sure that you do not eat strawberries with sugar and try to climb more coconut trees.
Long bean and coconut.
There you go. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, guys, that's it for this segment. But now we are going to indulge on not so superfood.
Despite all that talk about eating healthy food, our next segment is about some, it's not that it's not healthy.
No. Apparently it is. It does come out from organic stuff and everything. It's easier for us to show you.
If Mr. Perry can have the dessert, the unhealthy one at 60% of his diet, so maybe this will be part of his 60% meal.
You want to know more? Check it out. I totally enjoyed this one, definitely.